Hey guys, this is Austin from Genesis 3D Printing coming at you with another product update video. Released two new products that I want to go over and just kind of fill you in and answer some questions and how to use them and how they work and why I created them. So we'll dive right into it with my first and newest one I released on Friday this week. Is the Versa hanger. So you can kind of tell I have two sticks on my back side of the saddle. These are the Lone Wolf and the Hawk Helium, and they are hanging from their Versa button from the saddle. So basically how it is doing that, and I'll take it off, is basically there is a channel here, and you can kind of see it right there with an opening where this Versa button will slide into, pivot, and then slide down, and then it wedges itself in there. So I can take it off and show you in just a second, but basically what it's doing is just wedging the bottom of the Versa button in the top of the stick in between the Versa hanger. So that's basically what's happening in here. So take it off. I have two different styles right now. I had the Lone Wolf one and the Hawk Helium Versa hanger. I'm still working on the design of the other sticks that are readily available, like the Lone Wolf Custom Gear, the B sticks, the Shikar sticks, API sticks, and trying to come up with a solution for Muddy Pro. So I won't leave you guys hanging who own those guys. I'll come up with a solution for those. I'm still trying to figure it out, so give me some time on that. So basically this is what it looks like up close for the Lone Wolf one. You can see there's a channel here for the MOLLE webbing to go in, and then there's a bottom ledge here where it will hit and not allow it to fall out. So these things, once you put them on your saddle, they're staying on, they're not moving. So this one is a little bit smaller. It works really well with Lone Wolf because the profile of the button is very, very small. Take this Hawk Helium one off for you. And you can kind of see it side by side. It looks a little bit bigger. Due to the fact that the Hawk Helium stick, it's just a little bit bigger. So I had to create a bump up here to wedge the top of the stick to the bottom of the Versa button. So this design is a little bit different, but it still does the same exact thing I'm doing on the Lone Wolf. So basically it slides on and then slides down and wedges down. One thing you'll see about the Hawk one is this thing hits the suction cup. So it doesn't allow it to swing all the way over, but it's still fine because it locks it into place. It's not moving anywhere. If anything, it actually hangs at a better angle on your saddle, so it's not like hitting you. It's actually pushing it away, which actually is kind of nice. But just be aware of that. If you order the Hawk one, it is a little bit different than the Lone Wolf one, just due to design of the Versa button. So that's kind of the new product for the Versa hangers. Some questions that I've received is, hey, I keep my AmSteel daisy chain on my sticks or my strap on my sticks. Will this work with that? Unfortunately, no. I could not come up with a good design solution based on the fact that there's so many people using different styles of ways to hang their sticks. So to accommodate that in a design was very, very difficult, not knowing what people had. But I do know that the sticks are never going to change unless you change out Versa buttons. But from the factory, they're not going to change that, and that's something that I know I can create and basically accommodate for everybody. So what I do is I usually just pocket and push my AmSteel daisy chains in my pocket or in a dump pouch, and then just pull them out as I go. That's just me personal preference. You'll have to figure it out as you go, but I like that just because then I'm not trying to unravel the string or the rope or the strap on the stick as I'm climbing. I can just kind of pull it out one by one, and they're in clumps together. So that's kind of how I do that. But yeah, I love to hear what you guys got for experimenting with that. But that's kind of the biggest one that people have asked. Again, I'm working on the other sticks, so give me some patience. I have a few coming this week that I believe I can get rolled out. But I think this Lone Wolf one is going to work for most of them, but maybe the Lone Wolf Custom Gear one. But I still have to test that out just to make sure. I just don't want to assume that it's going to work and ship it out to people and then find out it's not going to work. So I want the best product, best quality for you guys. So yeah, that's a Versa hanger. I would love to know if you guys have any other questions about that one. So drop your comments down below, and I'm waiting to hear. I'm excited about it. Okay, the last one is one that I've released fairly recently, but a little while ago, is the hip bow hanger. So this basically, if you can tell, there's a channel in the lower part right there where your string will sit, and your bow can sit parallel to the ground from the string on your hip. So the nice thing is you could use this on your saddle, you can use this on the belt of your pants or whatever. So that it's nice because if you want to use it on a belt and you want to do 3D target shooting, you can hang your bow from your hip while you 3D shoot. Or if you're shooting in the backyard, or if you're shooting at your church gym, anything. If you're shooting even competition, I guess you could do that just to take the weight off your arms of holding your bow or just setting it on the ground in the dirt. That's kind of handy. Nice thing too is if you spot and stalk, if you like to walk around with your bow and hunt, this is a great solution for you not to have to throw your bow in the ground or have to carry it the whole time on your shoulder and your arm, anything. So you can throw it on your hip and just kind of walk around with that. So same kind of concept as the Versa hangers, slides in and then slides down and locks in place because of that ledge there. So basically, I'll show you with my bow here, I have a Gearhead B24. It basically slides right in there and it's locked in place. You can put an arrow in there, you can leave it without an arrow. This thing is going to stay in there and it's not going to want to leave. So I like it when I hang from a saddle. I'll move the camera just a little bit for you. Oop, little angle right there. Hold on. Let's try that. So I like it when I hang from the saddle because due to the way the force is on the rope through your bridge and into the top of your saddle, it actually takes the weight of your bow and it holds it by the tension of your saddle. So that's kind of handy because of the fact that I don't even feel that it's here. I like it. The main reason I designed this was for saddle hunting. It wasn't for the other things. That was just kind of a benefit from it. So basically what's nice about this is if you have a deer that's approaching you and it's very slow and it's working its way and you don't want to hold your bow the whole time, but you don't want to reach all the way over to grab your bow and risk the deer seeing you making a movement, you can just have your hand here ready on the grip and then you can kind of lift up and pull and shoot. So that's kind of handy and just makes it so there's a little less movement, a little bit more sleeker. But it also, if you don't want to hang your bow from the tree, you can just have it hang from your side the whole time because you really don't notice it. So it's similar to kind of like the JX3 Hybrid's doing, just a different way to do it. That's more secure, I believe, and a little bit more designed towards hanging a bow. Those weren't really designed to hang a bow. Those little G hooks, I think is what they call them. I'm not 100% sure, or J hooks or something. Those little plastic clips. Yeah, so those weren't really designed for a bow, but JX3 Hybrid is using it to do that, and it works great for them. But this is just meant a little bit more for actual holding a bow, so that's something that I thought of for this one. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have on this. If you guys have any questions about it, if you have any comments, again, if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear some more ideas that you guys may have that you want to see designed up and distributed to the saddle hunting or just tree stand hunting community. Some other products that I'm working on with my cousin who sews, a belt that would hold all these Versa hangers and my hip bow hanger from that belt. So if you're a tree stand hunter and you're not a saddle hunter and you're like, man, this doesn't work for me, I got a solution coming your way soon, hopefully. So stay tuned on that. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys have. And if you have any issues with any of the products that I've shipped to you, please reach out to me. I want to make sure I get those figured out for you. If you have any questions, concerns, if something happens where it should not have happened, I'd love to figure out what happened and make it right. So let me know if you guys have anything else. Thanks, guys.